Hey guys!
What's up everyone? We are Kim and Erran G, and welcome to our YouTube channel. This is week 2 of our inspirational videos, and so what we want to do is piggyback off of week 1 because we mentioned something in the beginning that we are students of A Course in Miracles. So we kind of wanted to backtrack and be like, you know what, why don't we explain what that actually means to us, what that might mean to you, and just give you a little story on our background of that.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little bit about our journey and how we got to where we are today. So
absolutely. So this is
there she is.
A Course in Miracles. You've probably seen this blue book in the little bookstores. It's fantastic. It's probably calling to you. But what we wanted to do was read you the introduction because it really captures the essence of what this book is all about and how it applies to us. So without further ado, the introduction from A Course in Miracles. This is a course in miracles. It is a required course. Only the time you take is voluntary. Free will does not mean that you can establish the curriculum. It means only that you can elect what you want to take at a given time. The course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. The course can therefore be summed up very simply in this way. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God.
I love that. And
perfect.
It's really powerful, and one of the beautiful things about the course is as you evolve and you grow and you learn and you go deeper, so does the meaning of the course and how you interpret it and how you are able to apply it into your own life and your own experience. And so it's a really beautiful tool to just carry with you through your life.
Absolutely. And it didn't always just start with us reading the course. It started way back. So
that's a good segue.
Yeah.
So we wanted to just share just a little bit. We're going to keep it short. So it's just going to be a little bit about how we became students of the course and a little bit of our journey.
Why. Yep.
Yeah, why, right. So in a nutshell, I had basically hit my rock bottom and I was at the lowest of the low. I was totally, completely disconnected from myself. I had no idea who I was, what I wanted with life, what direction I was going in. I was incredibly insecure and jealous and just a lost soul. And so I hit my knees and I was like, please, there has got to be another way to live. Like, I cannot continue life this way. It was too hard for me. And I wasn't necessarily looking for this spiritual awakening or praying to God. Even in that moment, I didn't really know who I was praying to, but I knew I needed something greater. I knew I needed help. I knew I wanted to be happy. I knew I needed to find a different way to live my life. And so my mom, who is also a student of the Course in Miracles, she and my stepdad were both students, Sweet Deb. And so I've been familiar with the course for many years, for my whole life, really. And one day she said, you should check out this girl, Gabrielle Bernstein. She's cool, she's hip, she's fun, she teaches, principles of the course in kind of a fun way. Check her out. And I was like, all right, Mom, maybe one day. And, I just, one day I said, okay, here we go. I went on YouTube. I'm like, I'll just check her out. Googled her and literally love at first sight. Like, she was a magnet. Like, she was speaking to me. She was speaking to my heart, and I binge watched all of her videos on YouTube, and she has a lot of videos. I started reading her books, listening to her podcast, and I felt so inspired and so filled with hope that there could be a different way to go through life. There could be another way to live. I could be happier. And I was so happy and so grateful. And so that kind of began my journey, and I started to apply her lessons, and everything she was teaching I started to apply into my own life in a way that made sense to me, and I started to feel different. I started to feel a shift. I started to feel happier. Things got easier. My relationships began to change, and my experiences of the way I was going through my life began to change, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but it is working. This shit works. I need more of it. Like, this is too good. And so I started exploring more and going deeper, picked up the course, started getting into the Course in Miracles, studying it on my own, and my life began to change. And so I knew there was something there, and I kept at it, and that's been a couple years now, and my entire life has changed. And again, I didn't know what I was looking for, but I found it, and I'm gonna keep doing it because it works, and my heart is full, and I'm grateful that I found this beautiful, beautiful course. So
yeah, I know. Thank God you did. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, and we both kind of started at the same place, but at different times.
Yeah.
Which is really cool because Kim started her journey. I noticed her starting her journey. I heard her talking about Gabby and all these things. Didn't really understand it, and so I was kind of going through my own rock bottom. I was filled with anger, filled with rage. Always looking for little fights and little things to make me feel like, ah, and that was always getting in the way. And I never really liked the way that made me feel after. And so situations were popping up at work. I was, getting into little tiffs with people, and I always demanded this respect and this control, and I just wasn't getting it out of people. And so I started wanted to stop blaming others for the way that I was feeling. And so I hit my rock bottom, and Kim was just like, why don't you listen to one of Gabby's talks? Maybe that'll help, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm just saying. So I saw this transformation in her, and I was like, you know what? I want some of that. I, again, wasn't in this spiritual awakening phase. I just wanted to be different. I didn't want to have these quarrels. I didn't want to be feeling like I was feeling just crappy and angry and just hateful. And so I popped in the headphones, and I listened to one of her talks on the way to work, and I was just like, oh my gosh. I just so happened, she was speaking my language. Like,
Yeah.
you angry at work? You had these issues with people, projection, and I was just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I was supposed to hear this, and it just made sense. And I started applying little bit and little bit and little bit of what she was saying, and my whole world started to change. Doors opened up, relationships with people changed. It was just amazing. I was lighter. I didn't feel the anger. I didn't feel the sense of I wanted to fight all the time. I just felt peaceful and happy with life. And that's all I wanted.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's what this gave to me. And again, I dove deeper, but I started with Gabby as well, and with Kim, and we ended up talking, and Kim's mom and stepdad and all that stuff. So the course came later,
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, no, and that's really beautiful. And again, we both had different experiences, but we are just normal people who, again, wanted to feel happier and wanted to feel more joy. And the course is a beautiful tool and a beautiful healing tool to help you navigate life with a different lens, a lens of love and forgiveness and acceptance and joy. And one of the cool things that I love about the course is that there's no wrong way to do it. It's just you go into it with your own intention. I guess you take whatever you need from it at the time, and you leave what you don't need.
Yeah, well, I mean, my analogy to that is it's basically like one of those hop-on, hop-off buses, the tour buses through the city. You hop on, you read what you want, you learn what you want, and when you're done, you hop off.
Yeah.
Go explore a little bit more, explore life, and you're like, oh crap, I need another lesson. You hop back on the bus of A Course in Miracles or the lessons, and you take off.
And and it's funny because you have a different understanding of it every
time
single
you get
time.
on.
Every single time.
Absolutely.
Right? And so it's just a really beautiful gift, and just trust that you'll know whether you're listening to us or you're reading the course or whatever you choose, that you will take in what you need to hear.
Absolutely.
You will take away what you need. Go ahead.
But Kim made a great point. We're not only just students of A Course in Miracles, we're students of life.
Yes.
And A Course in Miracles kind of intertwines into that.
Yeah.
And just that's what we wanted to bring to you in these inspirational videos.
Yeah.
We wanted to inspire as we were inspired. And so that's what kind of brought all this idea up for these videos.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be teaching, a lot of our foundation is based on the course or the principles of the course, and we'll be sharing our own life experiences and hopefully simplifying things and making it fun and easy and digestible so that you can take little tidbits away and apply it into your own life and hopefully find a different way to navigate your life with more joy and happiness and ease and have, more smiles instead of frowns, really.
I mean, that's what
simple.
we're all searching for,
Yeah.
people, when it breaks it down, is just happiness.
Yeah.
And joy and just smiling and just being...
And purpose.
And purpose. And that's what, we're freaking fun. We're
We
fun
are
to hang out
fun.
with. So we're going to be bringing our fun stories, and we're going to leave it all on the table.
Yeah,
and
we
just
keep
kinda-
it real, and we share from our heart. We share our truth. We really we keep it real. We don't get embarrassed. We just share everything.
And so hopefully you'll enjoy these, and we'll keep them coming.
Yeah.
Man. So please come back next week.
Come back next week. Let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah.
We're totally here to support you in any kind of a way, wherever you are on your journey. And that's it. That's a wrap today.
Absolutely. So definitely leave it a big thumbs up if you like this video.
And share it with your friends.
Share it with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not already.
Yeah, and just if you know anybody who is spiritually curious again, just interested in something, connecting to something greater than yourself, whatever that means for you, this is a great place to kind of tap into some sort of inspiration that might be able to help you on your own journey. So,
Absolutely.
anyways, we'll leave it at that.
We will leave it at that. But we love you guys.
Bye.
See you next week.